Good morning, dear hearts. Okay, we're at lesson 137. When I am healed, I am not healed alone. Obviously, a continuation from yesterday's lesson about sickness being a defense against the truth. Several of the things that I mentioned yesterday, we're going to bring into today as well. One, that in sickness is isolation, and I talked about it. When anyone gets sick, they give themselves permission to isolate, to retreat, to go to the bed, to stay away from. But that is exactly what sickness wants to do. Sickness is fear that we see in this world. Now, the thing is, we are able to see fear because we see sickness. We don't see love necessarily. And that's why we have to make the decision, choose rather, that's a better word. We have to choose for love. We have to choose for truth. Because the body, the ego mind, will have us and show us all of the ways that sickness is prevailing in this world. But it is not true. It appears to be true, which is how the illusion works. It appears to be true that sickness is everywhere. This lesson says sickness would prove that lies must be true. But this lesson has a line in it that is repeated multiple times throughout the workbook, and it is truth is true, and only truth is true, and nothing else but truth is true. So healing is a decision. So when I am healed, I am not healed alone. Healing is joining. So it's the total opposite of separation and sickness and isolation and retreat. Healing is about joining. Healing is about coming together and sharing the truth. Healing is strength. Because it is indeed, it's a decision we must make. And healing leads us to freedom from the claws of the ego mind. Healing is forgiveness because we share it. And everything that we share is then again strengthened. This lesson has, of course, as they all do, some amazing lines. One of them that I noted last year when I did this lesson is it says, just as the real world will arise to take the place of what has never been at all, healing but offers restitution for imagined states and false ideas which dreams embroider into pictures of the truth. And that word embroidery, what is embroidery? Embroidery is something that is stitched over something else. There's always a clear space. That clear space is the truth. And we embroider, we add something on top of the truth. And in this case, it's sickness. So we are going to really remove that embroidery so we can witness and experience healing. I talked about something I wanted to share yesterday, one of my stories, one of my truths, and I will. But first I'm going to use paragraph 7. It says, just as forgiveness shines away all sin and the real world will occupy the place of what you made, so healing must replace the fantasies of sickness which you hold before the simple truth. When sickness has been seen to disappear in spite of all the laws that hold it cannot but be real, then questions have been answered. So here is my story that is defying all the laws of what we believe. When I was a little girl, around 3 or 4 years old, my finger, the tip of my finger was cut off, and it grew back. So if you can see, here's my 2 fingers, you'll see that one is just slightly taller and longer than the other. The smaller one is the one that was cut off. It did grow back. It is maybe a little misshapen, but it's there. And I use this story, this experience that I had as a child, because what I say is that I was too little and no one told me I could not do it. So the innocent mind of the child that I was then did not take into consideration that if something was cut off, it would not come back. I am not special. Everyone, all of us, the entire sonship has this ability to heal, however that looks. And it's the mind, of course, that we heal. My mind was in a state of not believing in not believing in the accepted truth of, oh, it's gone, it's gone. I did not know. So it grew back. It's a story that I share often in my classes. And again, it's simply that we are not confined. We are not limited to what we believe these bodies are. Our minds, when they are cleared, when they are healed, will accept everything and know what truth is. Healing again is shared, and all healing is, we are healing for everyone, the entire sonship. In lesson 54, which was a review of actually lesson 19, way back when, the lesson, the review says that I am alone in nothing. And I'm going to bring back in, if you listened yesterday, about the kaleidoscope, because the kaleidoscope, it was that, we took something whole and we smashed it into pieces and we turn it around, but it never resembles the whole. Well, in today's lesson, there's a line that says, but healing is its own decision to be one again and to accept his self, big S self, with all its parts intact and unassailed. So we get to heal, we can heal that kaleidoscope. We can heal the many parts that were separated back into the whole. Practicing every hour, 1 minute, we can all find 1 minute every hour for this. And then morning and evening, 10 minutes each. And it's remembering that when we allow ourselves to be healed, we will see everyone around us and those who cross our mind. And it doesn't matter whether we have contact with them or not. When we are healed, we heal with everyone because we are all part of the oneness of the sonship. So let's allow healing today, okay? And I'm sure this is a discussion that will be expanded and continued. So I hope this helped. I hope you comment. Please, I hope you share and subscribe, and that you are here tomorrow as we continue. Yes, they're longer lessons, but they're really good. Namaste.